you can directly double click and then open the project. And this is the area where you can edit, maintain the data about your particular project. Okay. So let's see one of the projects. So what type of a structure it would be. And before this, so there are different types of projects which are available at client level. So whenever you're going to implement SAP PS, so the project system module can be part of any of these processes. So one is the capital expenditure projects, okay, wherein the company itself, they are developing some of the buildings, or they're creating a plant or developing a plant, so that can be finally converted into an asset. So those kind of projects can be called as capex projects or capital expenditure projects. This is one of the main project types. And we have customer projects, wherein you do the project for the sake of customer, wherein it involves both cost as well as revenue. So in case of capital expenditure project, it is only the cost which you are going to monitor. So in case of customer project, you are doing the project for the sake of customer, wherein you will be finally delivering some material or goods or end product to the customer. So that is nothing but a customer project. And we have R&D projects, and also called as overhead projects or cost projects. So there are different naming conventions available for that kind of project, where they simply want to monitor the cost of the projects. Generally, so whatever may be the scenario of your client, so that will be coming under any of these project types. So capex projects, customer projects, and cost projects. Okay. Just searching for a project which is already existing in the system. Okay. Then you have multiple search options also available. If you know the description of your project, you can type in and then search. And then if you know the code of your project, that also possible. And if you know the person responsible or the manager who is heading this particular project, based on that particular person, you can search for the project in the system. So otherwise, simply say continue. So then it will show all the available number of projects in this particular server. Okay. And choose the one, then click on continue. Okay, now you can see, because I selected this particular project, the project definition is shown on the left, which is like a hierarchy. So you can see the entire hierarchy of your project here. And when you select a particular object, the details of those objects will be shown on the right side of the screen in the project builder. Okay. Now I will explain you the different objects or components which are available at project builder level, and what is the importance, and what does each component control in your entire project process. Okay. To start with, so this icon indicates it's a project. Okay. Padma, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello.
I muted actually.
Okay. Okay, fine. I got doubt whether you are there or disconnected.
No. But if I don't unmute, are you getting any disturbance?
No, not an issue.
Okay, then I'll just keep it
fine. Yeah. So while defining a project, so every project will have a project definition. So project definition is nothing but a coding. So by which code you would like to see your project code. So suppose say your client is having two different types of projects. So one is capital expenditure project and customer projects as well. So by looking at the code itself, they would like to know, so what type of project is this? Okay. So there are so many things which can be controlled at coding level. Okay, we will see what are all the controls. So now here you can simply say, so they have taken a code of A with a separator hyphen and then 4 zeros 1. So indicates that this is the project code. And then here the system says that by using so and so coding mask I'm creating this project definition. So what is this coding mask? So as I told you, based on the types of projects the customer is having, first of all, as a consultant, we'll fix up this coding mask. So what is the coding mask? Coding mask indicates the coding of your project. So every company will have their own way of fixing up a coding. Okay, so you take my current project. So it is like they have so many zones available in the state. Okay, and then there are different types of projects like infrastructure, civil projects, mechanical projects. So in order to indicate that what kind of projects they are doing, so they always starts with IN, IF, AG, agriculture related projects. If it is agriculture related project, it always starts with AG. If it is infrastructure related project, then it starts with IN. Okay, so it's not that only one letter is allowed here. So I will show you from where this particular coding mask is coming from. So this is the first point while defining your project. Okay, so I'm going into SPRO now.
One more thing, Raja.
Yeah.
I want every session to be recorded. Is that okay?
That's what I've seen actually. This session is being recorded, so it is being recorded.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, so from tomorrow onwards, I will make you the presenter or organizer so that you can record the session from your end.
Okay.
So now I will record and then I need to send it again, right? So tomorrow I will make sure that you will be the presenter or the organizer so that you can record. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so
So
much.
now it is being recorded. So I will make sure. Okay. Now in SPRO, my words are clear.
Yes, your words are clear.
Because I am suffering from sore throat, so I'm unable to speak properly. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I could hear you properly.
Okay, fine. So under project systems, we have structures and operative structures and work breakdown structure, and we have project coding mask. So all the settings related to your project coding can be done from this particular SPRO setting. So this is nothing but OPSJ. So T codes, if you want, you can remember. Otherwise, better way to remember is the path, OPSK. Okay. So here you can see PL. PL is nothing but a project length. So what is this project length? So here you can see the code, which is starting with A, right? So meaning to say that, so they have taken the project first initial letter of a project as A. So meaning to say that which is controlled as 1 only. So here I can make a project code up to 5 letters to start with. Okay. So it can be either 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. So based on the requirement of the coding for the client, so you can take any of these things. So just now yesterday somebody called me and then he was saying that their projects are starting with the year in which the project is being executed followed by WBS. So they started the code with 2016-001. So in that case, here they might have taken 4 as the project length because the initial starting point of the project code is starting with 4 letters. Okay, so because here they fixed it as 1, so here you can see it is starting with A. So it can be A or B or C or D, whatever it may be, but the length is only 1 because I'm controlling that project length from here. Clear?
Yes.
And then,
yes.
So, and these are all the special characters available as part of your coding mask. So you can make use of any of these special characters as separators in the project code. Suppose see, here I am separating this 0001 with an hyphen, right?
Okay.
So either I can use an hyphen or a forward slash or a dot or a semicolon, greater than, whatever it may be. So I can make use of these any of these special characters as part of my coding. Okay.
Okay, but how it is pulling A there, A dash?
No, this you need to give it manually.
Oh, okay.
System only checks that whether the code what you are going to create is in line with your coding mask which is already defined in the system or not.
Aha, okay.
Okay, so this is manual. So there won't be any automation unless until you copy a project and then create a new one. So that time
Ah,
system automatically takes the new code. But if
okay,
you are creating it manually, so you have to give the code also manually.
okay, thank you.
Okay, and then see, you can see other separators as well. So if I am clicking on a WBS, this is WBS. Now you can see it is with some other, no, it is having same hyphen as well. So as part of my coding mask, I can use any of these special characters as a separators. So instead of see this level, so A3401 hyphen, instead of hyphen I can say dot to indicate that what is the next level WBS. So dot 01, dot 02 or slash 01. So it is up to the customer that what kind of special characters to be used as part of the coding mask. Okay. So here see in the coding mask they fixed this code. So A hyphen all numericals XX. This is nothing but these are all the level of WBS elements. Meaning to say that 1, 2, 3, 4. I can add 4 levels of WBS elements under this project. Okay, I will explain you that as well. Okay, and then now here you can see some of the special characters are in display mode and some of the special characters are in edit mode. Why? Can you guess?
The we cannot. I
Like
mean,
see, yeah, tell me.
only the ones which had not graded grayed out one we can change it. Those,
Yeah.
right? We
Meaning to say
cannot.
that these grayed out special characters are already used as part of your coding, or certain number of projects are already created in the system by using these special characters. So that's why
Oh,
they are grayed out. So you
okay.
cannot delete them or change them. So
Okay.
you meaning to say that these things are not yet used in any of the project definition.
Yeah.
So still open. So that's the
Okay.
meaning.
Okay.
And then what is this ET? So there is a special character available here. So this is a shortcut to create a WBS. So whatever special character you mention here, it can be at the rate, or it can be dot, or it can be hash key, whatever it may be. So you keep something here under this ET. So which means that you can add a new WBS element. Suppose a second. I'm using the special character. Okay. Suppose a 7. Now see, the 7th WBS is already added. I didn't give anything, right? I just said that at what level the WBS should be added, and then I have used that special character at the rate, and then I said that there are already 6 WBS elements available. Then I said 7, create 7. So
Okay.
without asking for anything, system has created a 7th WBS element. So
Okay.
this is like a short key or favorite key.
Okay.
So that's the importance of this.
Okay.
Okay, and so this last one is for automatic number assignment. Specify that numbers for new WBS elements are to be assigned by the system. So now see, I have given that special character, but how the system knows that it is always A0001-7? So because this setting is already made in the coding, in the special characters. That's why system understands that the whenever I assign a new WBS element, the coding should be automatically given by the system. Suppose I assign one more WBS. So in a normal traditional way, suppose I clicked on the new WBS, the test. You see, the code is already given by proposed by system. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the importance of special characters in project coding. So this can be up to 1 to 5. The project length can be 1 to 5. So based on the requirement you can choose. So here So whether it should be starting with 1 letter or 2 letters or 3 letters or 4 letters or 5. And the total length of your project coding should not exceed 26 characters. So what is this 26 characters? Now see, I clicked on this level, suppose say, okay. So now how many letters are there in the solid coding? 1. Even a special character is also a place, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there is a space 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this code has consumed 13 letters of your project code. So maximum of 26 can be the length of your project code. So it cannot go beyond that. System won't allow you to do that. So it will allow you to do that, but you won't get this coding. So in that case, it will give you some different number where you cannot recognize that particular WBS that it belongs to so and so project. So always make sure that while defining the coding, so based on the number of WBS they have, or based on the number of levels of WBS. So what is level of WBS? Now see, this is first level WBS, this is second level WBS. So if I add under this one more WBS, this is third level, fourth level, fifth level, sixth level, seventh level, okay, like that. So see, the coding is keep on increasing. So but the total code length should not go beyond 26. So first you need to understand what is their current business process. So how many levels of WBS elements required? Okay, suppose say like this, if they have 7 levels of WBS elements. So then in that case, please make sure that the project length should be as simple as that. So like 1 or 2 letters, not more than that, so that you can accommodate more levels of WBS element in the coding. So suppose say if some companies will have, now my current project is having only 2 levels of WBS. Okay, so in that case, the WBS length won't consume majority of the project definition length, right? So in that case, the project length can be 5 as well, because the number of levels of WBS are less. Clear?
Yes.
If you have any doubt, please ask me, I will explain it again.
Okay.
Okay. So now see, suppose say you have defined here as 4 letters, like, or 5 letters, capex hyphen 001 hyphen so and so. Then in that case, if you have 7 levels of WBS elements, then it becomes tough for the system to accommodate entire project code into within 26 letters, right? Because capex you already used 5 letters as a project length, followed by the project number capex hyphen 001 hyphen 01 for the first level, and then hyphen 01.01 for the second level. So it will be keep on increasing. So make sure that if the number of levels are more, make sure the project length is short. If the number of levels of WBS elements are short, less, then you can go for up to 5 of project length. Okay. Then, so once this is done, you need to go to the project coding mask. So like here you have seen, so once you create a project, system tell you that from which coding mask this code is created. So here we will create, suppose you have different types of projects available. So as I told you, the company is having both capex as well as customer projects. Okay. So my requirement is that if it is capital projects, it should always start with CAP. Okay, in that case my project length is 3, right? And if it is customer project, it should always start with CUS. So CAP hyphen 001. So that is my project code. So capital expenditure project, so first project. So it can be 01. So based on, suppose say you are having more than 900 or 200, 300, 400 projects which will take place in a particular year. So in that case, you can define CAP hyphen 000. So meaning to say that up to 999 projects you can create. Suppose your company is having only few projects to be taken up in a year. So why should I have 3 digits there? So I can simply confine to 2 digits. So in that case, CAP hyphen 00. So up to 99 projects I can create in a particular year. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So in that case, in my example, if it is capital project CAP, if it is customer project CUS, then here you need to type that. Like suppose say here CUS, and then the client will give his coding mask in discussion with your client. So you will be arriving at a particular coding to be given. So you will be giving that coding. So suppose say it should start with customer hyphen, and then he wants 3 digits to be given for his project number. So it should start with 001 and up to 999 I can create, right? Okay. Then imagine I have 3 levels of WBS for this particular project. Okay. Then 3 levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3. So why I have given only 2 zeros? So meaning to say that, so here, so this is the first level of WBS and this is the second level. So at the second level, I have given 00, right? Meaning to say that at this level, I can add up to 99 WBS elements under this. Okay, if I keep 3 zeros here, I can add 999 WBS elements under this WBS. Okay, so you need to understand how complex is their WBS element structure. So accordingly, you can propose whether 2 zeros are required or 3 zeros required or 2 is sufficient. So you need to decide on that. Okay, even here you can give a description. So now see, key for coding marks must be exactly 1. So because we have given the project length as 1, so now system is checking that, but we have given 3 here, right? Suppose say you keep only 1, then system will take. Can I make this change to reading was C long text? Something which is already used. Okay. Then here you can see there are numericals available and there are alphabets also available. So what does it control? If I use X as part of my coding mask, it is like alphanumerical. So in this place, either I can maintain an alphabet or a number as part of my coding mask. If it is numerical, I can enter only number as part of my coding mask or project code. Okay. So it is A, right? So A, it is 5 zeros and then XX. So meaning to say that here I can mention an alphabet as well required. So say here instead of 1 I will keep A. So system has taken. Why? Because I kept X here. If it is 0, then system won't allow you to change the number to alphabet. Clear? Ratnaja?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this point is clear, no?
Yes, yes. But one question.
Yeah.
Project ID and coding mask. How does it link to the project type? Right?
Project type.
I mean, go back to the project actually. Another screen like where you were showing the project.
Here, this one.
Yeah, project type. Does it? These two are connected? The coding mask and project type?
No. You meaning to say that this one and project code?
This
number.
project ID, if you go back to the other screen.
Okay.
So, which one is leading to that particular coding mask?
See, now I started my coding as A, right? So
Uh-huh.
while creating this A, system goes and check here. So with
Oh, okay,
A,
okay.
what is the coding available? So it will allow
Oh,
you to develop your project definition according to this coding mask.
okay, got it, got it. So the
Okay.
first letter
So
is
see
right.
these five
First,
digits here. So that's why it will allow you to give 5 digits. Suppose I
so
remove
the
one
first,
zero here.
so the first letter is leading to the coding mask.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So suppose you have four different types of projects and then four different types of codings required. So you create only four entries here
Okay.
according to your project type, right?
Okay. Okay.
So based on the number of project types your client is going to have, you need to maintain that many number of project IDs here. So if the entire department is using only one type of project, then only one line is sufficient, right? There is no need of creating so many entries here. Okay. So here also the separators, they simply used hyphen. So here I can make use of dot or forward slash or backward slash, whatever the special characters we have seen in the previous step. So they can be used as separators as part of your project coding mask. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And then you see two different settings here, lock. So lock is what? So suppose say initially while implementing your project, you define this particular coding mask to be used. So after 2 years of usage, you find that I don't want to continue this coding. So I would like to come out with a different coding for this type of project. Okay. So meaning to say that you want to discontinue this coding and then come out with a new coding. So in that case, you can keep this lock so that in future, even if the user tries to create a new project by using this coding mask, system won't allow you or allow the user to create the project. So because of the lock. Okay. So first you need to lock it, then create a new coding mask and then start using the system. And there is one more setting. What is this LKS? LKS is for coding mask for standard templates. So what is standard template? Suppose I have a project a scenario in your company. So whenever I take up a new project, okay, so the project structure, the activities, the materials, what I'm going to procure for this project, everything is same. Whatever maybe the number of new projects will come, my structure remains same. Okay. So in that case, instead of creating the project again and again, I will create a standard template of a project in the system. Like suppose say your project is always will have one project definition, 5 WBS elements, and then 20 activities, and then some 100 materials.
And
So
I have
whatever new project comes,
Raja, I have a question. So
yeah.
we can create only 7 WBS elements under one project, right?
No. There is no limit. That's what I said. Suppose say the customer requires some 15 levels of WBS, but in real time, it won't go beyond 3 or 4 levels of WBS. That is
Okay.
so because it's very complex. You need to break down the entire work into your structure. So it won't go more than 3 levels or 4 levels. That's the max I have seen in my 8 or 9 projects of experience.
Okay.
But in a project, you can have up to 10,000 WBS elements in a project.
Okay.
So more than 10,000 also you can have, but the system performance becomes slow once it crosses 10,000 WBS elements. Okay.
Okay.
So I was talking about the standard templates, right? So instead of creating the projects again and again, I will create that one project definition with 5 WBS elements and 20 activities and 100 materials. I create that as a template. Okay. So whenever I want to create a new project, I simply copy the standard template and then create a new project. Suppose say I want to create a new project. So this icon is for creating a new project. So here you have multiple options. So create a project. So if you click on this option, you need to create your project manually. Like you need to type in the project definition, WBS, how many levels, everything should be manual. So suppose say if I click on a copy project. So there is an existing project which is there in the system, but the new project which I am going to create is almost similar to the project which is running. So instead of creating a project again, I will take the reference of that project to create a new project. Okay, so click on copy project. Now system is asking, so what should be the code? This I will tell you again. So now I just wanted to tell you the standard project. So here, if you give that standard project definition, which you have already made available in the system, then system copies whatever structure you maintain at this project level into this new code. The code will be different here. Okay. So that whatever is available at this standard project definition level gets copied into your new project. So within 10 seconds, your new project is ready with all the WBS elements, networks, activities, materials, everything is copied. So that's the advantage of standard templates. Okay. So even why I am telling this, even to define your standard template as well, you require to have a coding mask. Okay, suppose say this B is, I am using this B coding mask for standard templates. In that case, I can log this. Suppose I am not going to use this standard template in future. I want to create a new standard template. So in that case, you need to log this LKS. So this lock is for standard projects. This lock is for operative projects. Clear?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now, so project definition. Now you are clear about what is coding mask, and then how to define what is special characters, what are all these separators and all, right?
Yes.
So once that is done, you need to define or give a definition of your project. So with a meaningful description, and if you want to mention something more about this particular project, then by clicking here you can maintain some more information about this project. Okay, like this. So here you can type whatever information you would like to mention at project definition about this project. Okay. Now, so whenever you create a new project, so always first step would be defining a project code. Then you need to say that with which profile you would like to create this project. And in your scenario, the example what you are taking, suppose your company is having two scenarios. One is capital expenditure projects and customer projects. In that case, you will have two project profiles. So in order to run your project process as smooth as possible, you need to make so many settings at the project profile level, so that when you choose the project profile, so all these values are coming from project profile itself. Suppose I want to create a new project. Now see, everything is blank, right? Nothing is there here, right? So here, the moment I choose the project profile, so all these values gets filled up because I maintained all these things at project profile level. Okay, so see, there are so many projects available here. So like IT projects, cost projects, elevator projects, turbine projects, investment projects. So it's based on your client's requirement. We need to define that many number of project profiles. Say, take IT project. So I'll tell you how to read this. Now see, so everything gets filled up, right? So what is the responsible controlling area for this project? Under which company code this project belongs to? The business area, plant, functional area, profit center, the currency in which project is going to be executed, and In case I'm using budget to control my project, so which budget profile to be taken, the cost planning. So for that, which planning profile? If I'm calculating the interest on my project, then which interest profile to be taken? If it is capital expenditure project, which investment profile I have to take? If it is a customer project, which result analysis key I have to take? So all those settings are made at project profile level, so that the moment you choose this project profile, so all those values gets copied from profile to your project. Okay. So see here, under last process project, the project which we opened is featuring. And apart from that, in the initial screen, you will find the system status, and if at all you are using any user status, that also will be shown here. If you click here, it will show you what are the full form of your statuses.
So these statuses, can we create a new one than a standard ones?
System status you cannot create, user status you can have. So you can define your own user status profile, and then whatever statuses they would like to have to see. So we can create that many steps in that user profile, and then assign that user profile to your project profile. Then you can see the user statuses.
Okay.
Then here you can define who is the manager who is leading the particular this particular project. Okay, so this is a lot like table entries. You just need to mention what is the number and what is the name. Okay. And the applicant number is nothing but who is the person who has requested for this particular project. It's only like search criteria. To filter your projects, you can make use of these fields while executing a report. Okay.
Okay.
Start date, finish date. So based on the scheduling, we can derive these dates automatically, or you can manually also give. And what is the factory calendar to be followed during the execution of this project? So this also comes from project profile. And what is the time unit? Yeah. And then forecast start date, finish date. Suppose you are creating the project today, but it is going to start from April 1st. So in that case, you can mention the forecast start date of this project. And all these values are coming from your project profile. And even all these values are coming from your project profile. So whenever that particular topic comes, I will come and explain the importance of each of these profiles. Okay. And administration shows who has created this project with which ID and on which date and time. A long text if you want to mention something about your project. And now, parallelly, we'll see what type of controls we are going to have at project profile level. Okay. Whenever it is becoming heavy, please stop me so that we can stop.
Okay. Okay. Even if your throat is hurting a lot, you can also, we can stop.
I think just now it started paining.
Yeah, maybe.
Now, if I am talking on phone, I feel that it's paining after 1 minute itself. But now because I am in class, so I am altogether in a different mood.
Actually, you can stop it. You can.
It's okay. Now still the pain is bearable. If it is going beyond that point, then I will stop. So we will discuss some important points about this project profile, and then we'll stop.
Okay. Okay.
Now see, this project is created with which profile? IAD 0001, right? Aerospace and Defense.
Okay.
Where is this? This one, right? So just double click to see the controls coming from your project profile. So project type is also an information field. Okay, so it says that this project is service project. So if you create your WBS, so here you can see a project type automatically gets defaulted from project profile, but still if you want, you can manually change it as well. Okay. But don't mention anything, it will be blank all the time, and then user has to choose. So if you want to have that comfort, maintain something here so that when you create a new WBS element, the project type automatically gets copied here. Okay. And field key. So whenever this that particular topic comes, I will tell you, I will frequently coming into project profile until unless all those points are covered. So, but at this moment, this is not required because we are not into that topic yet. Okay. So these are all. Whenever that particular topic comes, I will keep on referring to the project profile again and again. Okay. And then see here all account assignment elements. So it is checked. So what does it mean? Suppose I checked a WBS element. Suppose I want to create a new WBS. Selected. Now new WBS is created. Now see, account assignment is already selected. I didn't select, it has come automatically, right? Because in the project profile, we made this setting that whenever I create a new WBS element, it should always be account assignment selected. Okay. So what is this account assignment? So tomorrow I will tell you what are these operative indicators of WBS. Okay. Now remember that because of this setting, I am getting this new WBS element created with account assignment element selected. Okay. And then only one route. Only one route is what? The first level WBS is called as root level WBS. Okay. And one more point to be remembered is that the project definition and the first level WBS coding should always be same. Okay, so when you create the project and then when you add a WBS element for the first time, system won't give you only this number. It will give you A401-1. So system doesn't understand whether it is root level or second level. So at that point of time, then you need to manually change it. Suppose say I will create a new project. Now I am creating a first level WBS, which is called as root level, right? Now see, system is giving -1 as new WBS, but I need to manually change it to the project definition code. Why? Because the project definition is not an account assignment object in the system. Only the WBS is a account assignment object in the system. I cannot post any actual cost or actual revenues or any payment related information on my project definition at this level. So that's why when I create a first level WBS element, I make sure that the first level WBS code mimics my project definition. Okay, so you need to manually remove that first level and then make sure that both are same. So even when you execute a project reports, so it should always project definition you can give this, but unless if first level is WBS is not this, it won't execute any report because project definition is not an account assignment object. Okay. And then change documents is nothing but whatever changes which are happening in the project, if you want to capture them. Like somebody has added profit center, somebody has changed the profit center from so and so to so and so, but you would like to see who has changed it, or any important fields in the project if they are changed or removed. So then if you check this change document, system will capture all that information. So in a report you can see all those changes made in a particular project. So for that to happen, you need to check this change documents. And rest of the points I will tell you when that particular topic comes. So if you would like to have a validation to happen in your project, then you need to define your validations. And if you want to have a substitution to happen in your project, then you need to define different substitutions and then assign them. Okay. And project stock. Tomorrow I will tell you what is project stock and all. So these are all different settings related to the type of project which you are going to execute. And you can see these are the organization elements of your project profile. So here you can see, so there are so many organization elements get copied when I choose the project profiles, because I mentioned those values in the project profile level. Okay, controlling area, company code, business area, plan. And these are all the settings which required to be given. And in the controlling also, all the planning profile, budget profile, interest profile, settlement profile, investment profile, costing sheets, overhead keys, RA keys. So everything needs to be given at this project profile level. Tomorrow we'll see in detail about the other settings available at project profile level. Okay. Do you have any doubts till this point of the topic?
No, I do not have doubts. You can send me the document so that I can have a look at it.
Sure. Can I